Everybody, if you've got a 2015 Audi Q5, I mean, it could be like 2014, like I think it's 2017, and you turn your AC or heater on and it says it's on, but there's just no air, your blower motor's not working. The first easiest thing to check is this fuse box. Now normally the glove box is here, and then there's this panel will actually be covering it, and it'll be like that. You got that little notch down in the corner. You can pop that up with a trim tool, and then you got these two trays here. If you pull this little purple thing off, it's this 40 amp fuse right here. And yeah, so if you can just pull that out and look at it, and if that little thing in the center is still connected, it is totally fine. And I'll show you with a multimeter that this one is working. So I got a multimeter here, and we're going to turn it to tone. And what this will tell us is if it makes a tone, no matter which way we take these leads, if it makes a tone, the circuit's complete, which means that's a good fuse. So just to prove to you guys, no matter which way I go, so it's a good fuse. Fuse was not my problem, unfortunately. So then the next thing is going to be this thing, blower motor resistor. And that or your blower motor, the thing is that if your blower motor goes out, you're going to want to replace the resistor and the blower motor, because the blower motor could have fried this resistor. If it's just the resistor that goes out, you don't have to replace the blower motor. But in our case, it's actually both. I'm going to show you how to test that with a multimeter. So you've got this side that actually goes to the blower motor, 2 prongs, and then you've got the control side. You're going to take multimeter, turn it to ohms, 2K. You're going to take your leads, you're going to go to the control side. And we're going to be watching these numbers, and you want to be as low as possible, like 1 or 2. If I touch it, see how it does nothing? Really, no matter what way I have it. Sometimes it'll go to 700, but you want that number like 1 or 2. That's way too high. You go to the control side, right? You should have numbers, but they should be incredibly low. Again, 1 or 2. You come over, it doesn't really matter which side you touch. Touch here. Here you get OL. There's no resistance. It doesn't matter what combination you touch, they are all that way. Like as you guys are seeing this, I'm touching this in a different order. They're all that way. So this thing is bad. So you're gonna need a new one of these. And then I thought, well, might as well check the blower motor too. And this is kind of deceiving, if you ask me, because I'm gonna bring you guys down here. So up in here we got the blower motor, and again we're gonna turn it to tone. And it doesn't matter which way you do this, again, this is the blower motor wire. I take these leads, and you hear it tone. You think, oh, it must be good. See, it doesn't matter which way I do it. You think, oh, it must be good. It's not. So I thought it was good, and I'm like, well, I better check. So I pulled out the battery out of another vehicle. You can see, pulled it out of our truck. Again, to prove this battery's good, I'm going to turn the meter to DC. Let me stand that up for you guys. we get 12 volts. 12 volts. And then this is correct. If you got a battery like this and you test it with a multimeter like this, you can test it backwards and it'll still show you the voltage. But if you see that little dash that appears right there on that screen, it's just telling you your battery's wired backwards. So this is negative, this is the positive lead. This is negative, this is the positive. So now it's correct. It'll show you it either way. But I just wanted to show you guys that. So, you know, the multimeter battery's good. It's, you know, the blower has the circuits completed, right? So I grabbed some wires. And it's just an old vacuum cord, but hey, it counts. I connected it to the blower motor. I'm gonna see if I can position you up where you guys can see the fins of the blower motor. But they don't spin whenever you connect the battery. Maybe you guys can hear it from here. So I'm gonna connect the battery. Okay, that's actually new. It has never spun for me before. That is new. Alright, that is new. I'm honestly shocked. Yeah, it's never done that. That is, man, okay. Alright, that is weird. So is it good now or something? Oh my gosh. Now it's on. That is the weirdest thing. Okay, well, that did definitely not prove my point. My point is that when I tested it myself, it didn't turn. And when I stuck my hand up in this cavity right here, because that's where the blower motor module is supposed to be, the blower motor, it was all seized up, it wouldn't spin. And obviously it was bad. Now I did hear this blower motor making a weird noise a couple days before it stopped working. So, you know. But yeah, now it's not completely free. It's still got a little bit of resistance. I think the bearings are shot on it. Oh yeah. Okay, it's got like stiff spots in it where it's not. Yeah, it's got like stiff spots in it where it like meets resistance, then goes a little looser, meets more resistance. So we're still gonna replace that. And this, but now I'm curious to actually hook this all back up and turn the car on. So we're actually gonna do that and see if the blower motor turns on. Now I don't have to put all this crap back together. I'm just gonna turn the ignition on. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys this. Oh, it's barely spinning. It's barely spinning. It's barely spinning. I'm gonna show you guys this. So you can see it's on. It's on 1. So can we turn this? There we go. Will it go up? Let's see here. Because it was not going past 7. Yeah, it won't go past 7 for some reason. But yeah, look at it now. Now it's actually doing something. You guys can hear that. Then anybody that was wondering, that's actually the recirculation vent. Turn it off and it closes. But, yeah, it's totally besides the point. It was not doing that before. That's so weird. Now it's actually working. Somewhat, but it will not go past 7. Like, I'm trying to take it up. It will not go past 7. It'll go down, but it will not go past 7. Yep, now, look at it. Now it won't go down to 2. Or it wouldn't. even if you take it to auto, there you go, which is usually really high fan speed, it will not take it past 7. Alright. That is weird. But yeah, we're still going to replace that and the blower motor, because the blower motor is still like turning really rough. Like it should be way more. It should spin way more freely than that. This thing, I don't know, it's acting up. From everything I can find, everything I think, I'm pretty sure that's the reason it will not go past 7. And it's obviously faulty in some respect. If you ask me, it's just malfunctioning. But if you're having this problem, I certainly do hope it's the fuses for you guys, because this is a pain in the ass. There's like, I don't know, how many screws we got? How many screws? All these screws right here. All those screws, this panel, those 3 screws, this little trim piece, this block of foam, this trim piece that goes right here, and then this whole entire cabinet. Not to mention you gotta disconnect these 2 wires, this one and this one, so this doesn't light up. But I really do hope it's a fuse if you guys are having this problem. But if not, your best bet is your blower motor or your module. Again, mine was not spinning at all. It wouldn't spin with the battery. It would not spin with this thing. And like, this thing is bad, because I'm gonna take this thing off. Alright, so I got it back off again, which is a pain in the butt too. This whole entire process is a pain in the butt. I'm honestly kind of disappointed with Audi. Let me bring you guys up here, put you on the tripod. So, we're going to grab my multimeter. Alright. Turn it to 2000. Like, right there. Yeah, look at that, all around the place. You got like 700, which you should not have. I'm gonna turn it this way, it makes it easier for me to see. You should not have basically 700. And it changes which side of the pin connector or the slot I put the little tip of this on. It changes. Yeah, it should not be that way. And then these, you should actually have something coming through these. There's nothing. Like, you should have something. It doesn't, it doesn't matter if I put it on 20K. I still get nothing. It doesn't matter if I put it on 200K. Nothing. So yeah. This thing is still definitely bad. But, I don't know. It's like it only half works, which is the weirdest thing ever. The blower motor's like seized up. I'm guessing what happened is the blower motor seized up and then screwed this thing up. Because when this thing goes bad, you don't have to replace the blower motor unless you want to. When the blower motor goes bad, you gotta replace this thing, because the blower motor will jack that thing up. So I'm guessing it jacked this up and it's broken itself. Like, it's not nearly as free as it should be. It's way more free than it was. I don't know what happened or what I did, but yeah, so that's just kind of some troubleshooting tips, and I certainly hope it's easier for you guys than it was for me, but it might not be. And here's the crazy thing. The blower motor, genuine from Audi, is like a $400 component. This little motor with 2 wires hanging out of it, it's like a $400 component from Audi. Then that's genuine. This thing is $500. This thing is $500. So, if your blower motor is what went out, you're going to have to replace the blower motor and this thing. You're looking at close to $1,000, if not, with tax and shipping. And then, if you have to pay somebody for labor, you know, don't even get me started. Now, I can do this myself, but not everybody can. Now, we're probably not going to go with OEM just because of how expensive they are, and you can get aftermarket replacements that work just as well for a fraction of the price. But I'm sure there's somebody out there that's going to want to go with OEM. And OEM, it's your choice, but... Sorry, that was a car. It's your choice, but it's ridiculously expensive. And, yeah. Also be aware, if you attempt to try and take this out, just know what you're getting into, because it's a pain in the ass to put back in. A million screws, clips, all that kind of crap. Yeah, good luck. I hope this helped. And I wish you all that it's just that 40 amp fuse and not this $500 OEM part and not the $400 OEM part, and then whatever it costs you for labor to take this thing apart. Now, I will put out another video when I get the parts and I'm going to fix it. I'll put out another video on changing the blower motor, changing this, and putting this thing back in. Unfortunately, I can't show you taking it out because I didn't think about that. But yeah, hope this helped, and I hope you have better fortune than I do. So, see you guys later.